Well, hello there, motherfuckers, and I'm back with another wrestling video. So last time we talked about good old wrestling is all about AEW, Double or Nothing, and we all know how that one went. So let's talk about another show, back to WWE, which is something that I haven't made a WWE video on in a while. Now, I know we talked about WWE in my AEW video, but we're going to talk about the Goldberg versus Undertaker match at Super Showdown. I keep saying, I think I said that last year, the Superstar Show. It's Super Showdown, WWE Super Showdown, taking place in Saudi Arabia. So we have this big match. It's like 15 years too late. You know, this is a match that would have been possible, would have been great during Goldberg's first run in WWE back in 2003. And, you know, you could go on and on about this match is overdoing everything. But, okay, it happened. Why it wasn't at WrestleMania, why this didn't happen 2 years ago during Goldberg's second run, you know, in the WWE with the Universal title. Bringing him back, which is so random to me. And, like, I'm sorry, I have to go here. You know, I expressed my views about this on social media. Goldberg, a Jewish man. And, you know, of course, me, you know, being born to a Jewish mother, I have to say, like, really, dude, you know, you're, like, retired. You don't want to compete in WWE, but you will compete in Saudi Arabia, which wants to see, you know, your people wiped from the face of the planet. You know, okay, you know, I know that, you know, Saudi Arabia hasn't been as vocal as other countries, but they have certain views that we're all aware of, you know, when it comes to, you know, Jewish people. And, yeah, I'm just saying. Not sure what Goldberg was thinking there, other than his mind being on the money. And Goldberg has a lot of money. He's made movie appearances. He gets around, to say the least. And he has more than enough money than what he made, you know, during all the times he spent in wrestling, WCW, WWE. I don't think he spent it all. He was, you know, one of the biggest draws of all time. So, you know, needless to say, Goldberg doesn't really need that change. But, of course, you know, The Undertaker is back again. Goldberg, you know, and again, another guy I'm disappointed. The Undertaker flaunting himself as a patriot. And, you know, here he is, you know, working for that blood money. You know, as we all joked about this, I'm kind of getting sick of it. We talked about it so much last year with Crown Jewel. I'm basically still blue in the face from it. The blue hasn't even faded from my face. So, you know, this match happened, and, you know, I don't think it's as horrible as a lot of people say that it is, because it would be kind of hard to judge that, considering that, well, I don't know, maybe that Goldberg got a concussion during the match, so it really wouldn't be fair to the judge. You know, there's botches in this match because a man had a concussion, but then there's botches in your beloved indie matches all the time on the regular, and no one says anything about those. So, am I just here to talk about Goldberg and The Undertaker? Well, it's not really a lot to say, so that wouldn't really make for a very exciting video, you know, if I just talked about that. I mean, Goldberg hit a bunch of spears. He hit the turnbuckle post really hard, gave himself a concussion. There was a massive amount of blood, which made for a pretty cool visual. But, you know, the guy got hurt. And, you know, Undertaker went for a tombstone. That got botched. Goldberg went for a big jackhammer. That got botched. But, you know, the guy was losing a lot of blood. Very surprisingly, that they didn't do that, you know, the shit with the gloves and everything, the referee, which was bizarre, because I don't get that. I really don't understand that, guys. Like, what happened there? Usually when someone, like, bleeds, they, like, go into the ring, start, like, you know, it could be the most minor cut, and, you know, they put on the gloves and do the whole shebang. Here, Goldberg is, like, bleeding like a stuffed pig. I mean, this was almost like, I don't want to go as far as saying that this was a Ric Flair blade job, but it was kind of remind me of what was that? It was SummerSlam 2006. Remember that bloody match between Mick Foley and Ric Flair? It wasn't as bad as that. It wasn't as bad as Eddie Guerrero and JBL, but it was quite a bit of blood, and it looked like a pretty thick patch that was on Goldberg's face. Pretty scary looking, actually. But, I don't know. So, no one puts on gloves for this one. I don't get it. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about Matt Riddle's reaction to that. Yeah, that's right. Matt Riddle. This guy, like, his reactions on Twitter, I've talked about him in the past. He's such a mark. Talking about how he wants to challenge Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar probably doesn't even know who this guy is, and I'm not even trying to be funny. I mean, like, Brock Lesnar probably doesn't even know who this guy is. He's in NXT. He's unimportant to Brock Lesnar. But anyway, let's let me show him right here for people who don't know. This right here is Matt Riddle. This guy thinks he's a big-time star. This guy thinks that he's better than Goldberg. So he's a former UFC guy, an indie wrestling stallion, and now the future of NXT and WWE, better known as the King of Bros. You look at this guy and, the marks love him, the smarks love him. They think that this guy is the second coming here. And I really have to say, like, is he? Like, you look at this guy, and you gotta say, like, this dweeb, this guy, like, this is who you want. And people are, like, jumping on board with this guy. Let's put it into the proper context. So look at this right here. Awesome job, bro. You've already bleeding and the match hasn't even started. So what he's referring to here is, Goldberg does the thing, smashing his head on the lockers, hitting himself in the face. And he used to do this all the time. Sometimes he would, like, bust himself open by accident. Goldberg is, pretty rough and tough guy. And, like, right here, I realize this is a meme and everything, but, it's kind of disrespectful to say the least. Goldberg is going to, I don't even know how this guy's career is going to be, but you look at him right here. You look at Matt Riddle, and you just know that he's never going to be this. He can try all he might, and he will never accomplish it, because if there's a number of things. Look how Goldberg looks. Look at Goldberg, and, I'm like, guys, like, let's put it in the proper context, okay? For those, like, let me put it in the proper context for you, okay? Bill Goldberg. Let's look at Bill Goldberg here for a moment here. Look at Goldberg. Look at Goldberg here. Just look at the guy. I want you to, like, look at Goldberg in his prime here. This is like a picture taken from, like, 1999 or 2000. Here's Goldberg. Look at the guy's physique. Look what he looks like. He's classic wrestling right there. Just a tough guy that, like, if you met him on the street, if you saw him in the gym, you'd steer clear. This guy, he could kick your ass. I mean, it looks like he means business, right? Okay. So, back to Matt Riddle. You see what I'm saying there, guys? Like, you see the difference? Yeah. There's a big difference right there. I'd say so. So, very disrespectful. This guy's just so nerdy. I mean, like, look at him, like, doing the circle of life thing. He thinks he's hot shit. He thinks he's the greatest. So, let's see. I can't wait to watch your match this Friday so I can see how good you are at wrestling. So, Goldberg had blocked him because he's a nerd. He's annoying. I would block him too, but I don't follow him, so I'd have no reason to block him. It's just kind of funny that, like, this guy doesn't shut his mouth I mean, just look at him. The face I make when they don't let me backstage at Raw. This beating up Brock Lesnar thing might be harder than I originally thought. Do you really think that you could beat up Brock Lesnar? I mean, like, I don't know if he's just trying to, like, sell to the fans here. Yeah, hey, look at me. I'm being interactive. You know, and people could say, like, oh, he's kayfabing and everything. But, like, the guy's not even on the main roster. It would make no sense to kayfabe here. And kayfabe is dead. And when you do it on social media, it looks super fucking cringy. Just, take a look at just any wrestler when they do it on social media. It's cringy as hell. So, this guy just doesn't stop. So, like, listen to him here. I'm going to go back. Hold a second.
What a knee bar, bro. What a knee bar. Make me mad. You're making me mad. Keep it up. Keep it up, bro. What?
Like, it's like Goldberg does a move during the match. And this guy is, like, making a video out. Like, he had to make a video out of it. Like, on that one move. Like, honestly, like, criticizing a guy that has sold millions of tickets in his lifetime. And, like, this guy has only performed in front of 500 people. Like, where do these indie wrestlers get the gall? Where do they get the ego from? Do they not see, like, being marks themselves? Do they not see, like, that all these wrestlers, like the ones that they bash continuously and think that they're better than, and they think that they're going to, like, supersede them and, be better than they've ever been, like this goofball right here? I mean, does he really realize that, like, he's never going to be on that level? He doesn't even have the chance to be on that level because wrestling is not popular anymore. And that's what's funny. It's about the whole thing about AEW and everything. I'm saying is wrestling's not even popular anymore, guys. Doesn't matter if there is a Monday Night War or a battle between two promotions. It doesn't matter anymore. And don't use the excuse, people DVR it. Why are there shows on TV that have like 20 million viewers when the show is live, airing for the first time? Explain that to me. You can't, because you're going to use those excuses about, the wrestling, it doesn't matter anymore. Like, oh my God, all the bullshit excuses. So, look at this guy. I love pro wrestling so much, and that's why I get mad at certain people, because they're unsafe, dangerous, and a liability to everyone. I've worked hard to get where I am, and this is only the beginning. P.S. Undertaker is a stallion and is a true legend. So he's like taking sides here because he knows that the Undertaker has more interactivity with the WWE than Bill Goldberg. So if he ever happens to bump into Undertaker backstage, oh, I'm on his good side. Fuck out of here. I think the Undertaker could see you're a complete dweeb. Yeah, I'm sure the Undertaker has no respect for this goofball whatsoever. I mean, I'll tell you something. If there was a character in wrestling of someone playing a smart, Matt Riddle would be the perfect candidate for that gimmick. Because, I mean, it's like, what separates him from the people in the crowds? I mean, and also, when did being honest become a bad thing? And why can't mean people spell properly? Maybe it's more that you're disrespectful. Maybe it's because Goldberg could probably teach you more than you could ever learn on your own. Because, like, being, like, breastfed by Triple H is definitely not going to help you, pal. I'll tell you something. People keep talking about how Triple H should, like, take over the company and everything like that. Triple H would drive this company into the ground, because I never knew it that Triple H was such an indie fan. I always thought that Triple H was, like, old school. I thought that, like, his vision would be, like, hard Arn Anderson style wrestling, like, really old school. But apparently not. Apparently this guy, like, really loves the Smarks, really like loves like the annoying fans. Like, I don't know, I guess Triple H is an ROH fan or something like that. I just don't get it. I really don't understand. I don't understand why people think so highly of like Triple H and like him in management and him like running the show. I'm just saying, like, okay, people want to talk about the match quality of this match. You know, was it high? No, it wasn't. I've seen indie matches that are worse. I'm just saying, I've seen NXT matches that are worse. I've seen matches that are far more boring than this one. At least people are talking about this match. I've seen bad matches before that are forgotten about, and you can argue a matter of perspective. But it just shows that you took notice. Like, look at that even. I don't give a shit what's going on in WWE, but it made me want to set some time aside and take a few moments to watch the match, because I, just being a big fan of both men, I had to go and see their match. I knew that I wasn't going to see anything great, but, you know, seeing Goldberg get busted open and everything and seeing the whole story play out in front of me, you know, was interesting to say the least. It's very unfortunate. I hope Goldberg, you know, concussion is not too serious. You know, I hope that he didn't sustain any other injuries, you know, due to, you know, what occurred after him getting that concussion. But I'm just saying, it's like, Matt, you're talking about Goldberg being unsafe. He, like, injured one person. Maybe you want to talk about, I don't know, maybe a certain current WWE champion? Maybe Seth Rollins, who's maybe injured quite a few people? Maybe might have ended Sting's career? Okay, let's not pull any punches. Goldberg did end Bret Hart's career. It was an accident. It was a misplaced kick that was ill-timed. I think it could have happened to anyone. I think that, you know, if it hadn't been Bill Goldberg, it could have been someone else. I don't know. Maybe Goldberg just royally fucked up there. You know, I'll say that. If Goldberg, I'm not here to defend Goldberg. Don't know the guy personally. Not here to go to bat for him. I'm just saying that, like, no one really knows these things, and everyone likes to act like they're an expert on it. Don't be a what culture. Don't be a what culture soy boy. Don't be like, I know the answer. You don't know shit, okay? You're not in the business. You don't know what happened. You don't know the thoughts that ran through it. You don't know what was discussed before the match. We'll never know. I mean, you could just go and see all the shoot interviews. You're going to hear one side of the story, then you're going to hear another side of the story. Bret Hart has his side of the story. Goldberg has his side of the story. And, you know, you're going to hear so many different versions. How are you going to know it's true? You're just going to agree with the person you like the best, okay? If you like Bret Hart more, you're going to agree with him. If you like Bill Goldberg more, you're going to agree with him. If you dislike Bret Hart, you're not going to believe him. You're going to believe Bill Goldberg. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of pointless in a way to even have the argument. That's how people's minds work. You like the person, you believe him. You don't like him, you'll disbelieve him. Okay, so there you go. But Matt Riddle, like, honestly, like, this guy just got started, and like, I don't understand how they're not like reprimanding this guy, unless it's just not being reported on by the dirt sheets, or I just have been missing the story. How is this guy with such a big fucking mouth, like, how is he like allowed to like even have a WWE contract, to even have a developmental deal? I mean, it's obvious that like if they brought this guy in, and see, like, you see the difference here? Like, Enzo was productive. Enzo's a guy that's got a big mouth, but he uses it effectively. And if you watch his most recent shoot interview, which was absolutely brilliant, by the way, and I think I became an even bigger fan of him by listening to it, you will see that guy, that's someone that deserves to have an ego. And you'll actually see that even though Enzo has an ego, he actually cares about all the workers that he's with. He just, you know, like he should. He sees opportunity, he jumps at it. Matt Riddle is like, this guy is just, you just see that he's just like a wrestling fan. He likes it, but he doesn't really know what the business is about. He thinks he could go after people, bury certain people, be friends. This guy, he will not last like a month in the locker room. I think he's going to get his fucking ass kicked. Because he sounds like a complete asshole. He sounds like a guy, like, I don't understand you could be like a fan of this guy's character. Because it's not even a character. This is who he is. It's on social media. You could see that this is the guy. This is not a character. It's not even the character he plays on NXT. He's just an annoying bastard. And people, I think, will probably chalk this up and say he's doing a good job. He's playing the heel role and everything like that. No. He's not doing that because he doesn't have a program with Goldberg. He's never going to have a program with Goldberg. Brock Lesnar is never going to step in the ring with the guy. He's not on the main roster. There'd be no reason for that to happen. So the guy is just acting like a moron. He's acting like a mark. He's acting like one of the AEW fanboys. He's acting like an NXT fan. And it's just like, how is this guy like under a contract? I mean, what is Vince McMahon thinking? Unless like he just doesn't know what's going on. But Triple H, like I'm saying, like if Triple H tolerates this like insubordination and this complete display of idiocy, like that he's just gonna fire his mouth off on people that like know more about the business than him, people that could teach him, people that could help him. I mean, there's no helping this guy. I mean, just take a look at him. But I'm just saying that there should be some type of punishment. Whatever job you work at, if you run your mouth about people that are above you, publicly, and they're able to hear it, and you want to be heard, you deserve what's coming to you. So I don't understand why this is being like cast aside like it's some type of joke, because obviously he's not joking. The whole day on his Twitter page was dedicated to bashing a main event on their show. And I don't see Matt Riddle being invited to the show. He's not even on it. He wasn't even considered good enough. They brought some guy who no one even knows to win a 50... how many people were in that Battle Royal that no one even knows of? Some, like, mid-carder from NXT to win the Battle Royal. So they don't even think that highly of Matt Riddle. Otherwise, they would have brought him in, had him win the Battle Royal. You know what I'm saying? Like, right there. I mean, so... this guy is like just some type of renegade that's not even cool or anything like that. He's got his fanboys that are pulling for him and everything like that. But like, holy shit, this guy's a complete fucking dweeb, a goofball. And to say those things about Goldberg, make fun of the guy and everything like that, he has a fucking concussion. You see the guy bleeding, and you're still gonna tear him apart? What a classless fucking dick. I mean, honestly, like, wow. I don't know, guys. This is who you like. This is the wrestling world that, you want to be a fan of and be involved in here in the YWC. Go right ahead. Because, like, after seeing this just, like, proves it. I mean, really, honestly, like, I don't know. I really don't know. And also, like, I just have to say, like, they see that Goldberg was in bad shape. They still let the match go on. Like, honestly, like, you see that the guy is, like, staggering like that, and you're still gonna, like, let the match go on and everything. Not even that, but, like, not to even call an audible, like, to not do the tombstone, to, not, like, pick up a guy for a jackhammer, where he's gonna like swing him above his head where he has the concussion. I mean, honestly, like, I just can't anymore. With this shit, this is just like totally unbelievable, and some fucking morons mouthing off about that works for the company. Anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell so you get all the notifications when I post all my new videos. And thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.